Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today on Diversity TV. My name is Amy. This is your heritage. Discover your heritage. First of all, let us remind all our viewers that Edmonton is located on Treaty 6, territory of indigenous land. And we thank our indigenous brothers for welcoming us and letting us settle here and make Edmonton our new home. Today, we have the honor to meet with one of those who successfully made it in Edmonton, who have been calling Edmonton home. I have named His Majesty, a former Edmonton Police Commissioner, Chief Togbi Nyaho Tamakloe VI. Thank you so much, His Majesty, for welcoming us today into your kingdom.
Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you, Frank, for coming over. Thank you. And a very happy New Year to you all.
Okay. Before we move forward, let me remind you that His Majesty is the Paramount Chief of Kome-Shime and Miafiaga of Anlo people. So, first of all, how long have you been living in Edmonton?
Basically, I left Ghana in 1989. So that would give it about, what, 1989, that's about what, 30, over 30 years.
Yeah, long time.
30 years. And I lived in Botswana, Zimbabwe. I was a teacher in Botswana, and then I lived in Zimbabwe, and then Zambia. Yeah, been through Swaziland, South Africa, all those places. And then moved to Canada with my wife to study my master's in business administration. And then after the program in Fredericton, New Brunswick, we decided to move to Alberta because my wife had to come and do her PhD. And so, so we came to Edmonton in 1995. Yes.
Okay, so everyone can do the math and find out how long he has been living here.
In Edmonton, there was over 26 years. Yeah, I've been lived in Edmonton, yeah. But there's one thing that I love about Edmonton. I remember when we traveled the 4 days from Fredericton in January, crisscrossing all the icy places. And we arrived at around 11 o'clock, I think January the 4th, 1995. I saw a sign on our arrival, and it said the City of Champions. And I told my wife, this is where I want to be. I also want to be a champion. And so that is where I will leave my answer so far.
So you can understand that we didn't make any mistake by coming here today and meeting His Majesty. He went around the world, but he decided to settle in Edmonton. Okay, so before we move forward, could you tell us a bit about the people, the kingdom of
The Anlo people are a part of a bigger tribe called the Ewe. The Ewe people were living side by side with the Yorubas in 500 AD. That's far back, so that's about 1,521 years ago. And started moving towards Dahomey. And then they moved to Togo. After that, they decided to move into Ghana. And when they moved into Ghana, the Ewe tribe split into three. Some went to the upper part of Ghana called Ho. Some went to a place called Peki. The Anlos decided to go towards the sea. And so they lived by between the lagoon and the sea in the southeastern part of Ghana. That is where the Anglos live. They are very, in Ghana, there are 3 recognized kingdoms. The Ashanti Kingdom, the Dagbon Kingdom, and then the Anlo Kingdom. The Anglos are believed to be very, very brave, warlike, and very, very resilient. And as a matter of fact, they have ruled Ghana more than any other group of people in Ghana. Some of the Anglos that you know will be Jerry John Rawlings, the former president of Ghana.
Yeah, certainly. I think he's the one.
As a matter of fact,
yes.
Jerry John Rawlings and I share the same great-grandfather. His is on the maternal side, mine is on the paternal side, and our great-great-grandfather was Togbi Nyaho Tamakloe I.
Okay, so it means that Anglo people are spread out in Ghana, Togo, and Benin, who used to be Dahomey.
Exactly, and then part of it in Nigeria as well. So when I go back, I have to go to Togo, and then eventually go see some of the folks in Benin and in Nigeria as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for making that clarification, because yes, when I look at your attire, it reminds me of people located in those areas that you just mentioned.
Exactly. The colonial divide put us a little bit to a disadvantage, where some of us are now caged in Ghana, some of us are in Togo, some of us are in Benin, and some of us in Togo, but in Nigeria. But we try as much as possible, because we speak almost the same language. And we have an organization called Siena, which is an organization that brings all peoples of every background together under one umbrella. And we, from time to time, have conferences all over the world. I think there's one coming up, and it will be in Texas, Houston, in September. As a matter of fact, I think I got a call, it's not been confirmed in writing, to be a special guest of honor in Houston, Texas, this coming September.
Oh, yeah, great. Thank you so much. So now, from the Anlo Kingdom to Edmonton, to these 3 flags reigning like behind you, so how do you make that connection or that switch?
So just to top up with the Anlo Kingdom, historically there are 4 rulers of the entire Anlo Kingdom. We have our Miafiaga, who is the overlord king, and then we have the Miafiaga, who is the left wing or the west wing king, which is myself. And then we have the middle overlord, the warlord, who is called the Abadada. And then the right wing, we have the Dushifiaga. So there are 4 kings that rule the Anlo Kingdom. But recently, the government has divided the kingdom into paramounts, and so I'm also a Paramount Chief as well. Now, my connection to Edmonton has been very interesting. I lived on the First Nation Reserve at Tikamek for 13 years, where I served the First Nation people as a Chief Executive Officer, delivering programs and services for the chiefs of Northern Alberta. I also became the Director of Finance the first Director of Finance for the Kitaski Now Tribal Council that I served for 5 years. But I never forgot my root. I became President of the Ghana Friendship Association, as a matter of fact, to contribute to the diversity of Edmonton, and later on became the Vice President for the Council for the Advancement of African Canadians. I think in that process, I always maintained that cultural connection to Africa by engaging with peoples of different backgrounds coming from Africa. And that's been very helpful to me, because it made me centered. And so I didn't lose myself. My identity was very, very clear, because one of the things I realized about diversity is that it brings a lot of richness when we promote it, because you have different people with different sorts of backgrounds, and when you allow them to sit at the table, they enrich whatever community they find themselves in. And that is why I'm able to go back to Ghana today to become a king or a paramount chief.
Yes, Your Majesty, we know that at certain time you were really, and you are still involved into the Ghanaian community here in Edmonton and in Alberta. And everyone has in mind that light that you had at one of those editions of Heritage Festival. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, the Heritage Festival, which is the Pavilion Festival, Edmonton Heritage Pavilion Festival, is one of the best ever showcase of diversity in Edmonton.
Okay, yes.
As many people are not aware, there are about 66 pavilions, or over 66 pavilions that show up. And as much as over 500,000 people are able to attend some of these pavilions and heritage showcases. I think it's one of the unique elements of Edmonton, and that brings people who have different cultural showcase to the table in terms of food, in terms of clothing, and in terms of many cultural artifacts. Things that you never see until you go to the Edmonton Heritage. One of my biggest and fondest moments of the Heritage was when I was president of the Ghana Friendship Association from 2004 to 2008.
Exactly.
And lo and behold, we went into the festival with over 66 pavilions. And by the end, that was 2006, we were given an award, and the award was the Best Customer Service Award, went to the Ghana Friendship Association of Edmonton.
Oh, that's great.
It was a blowout. But then we said, okay, well, we'll go again in 2007. Lo and behold, we won the Best Entertainment Pavilion Award.
Wow.
2 times in a row. Competing with countries like Italy. There's so many countries out there. Germany, Holland, Nigeria, Kenya, several countries out there. But what topped it up was, there was a magazine, I forget, it was being run by Alhaji Kanaf. That was the name of the magazine. And they used to do the best African organization stuff. In 2008, we were voted the best African organization, and that was a big top up for us. So, in essence, it's always good to remember the Edmonton Heritage as one of the unique, diverse functions that the people of Edmonton enjoy. And this year, I hope will be one of the best ever in many years that they've done this whole showcase, cultural showcase.
Thank you so much.